Marami nagsasabi na si Allen Iverson ang best pound-for-pound player nung prime niya. Pero manalo kaya siya kontra sa reigning NBA MVP na si Steph Curry kung naglaban sila ng one-on-one. Halos match lang sila sa handles pero magkaiba ang point of attack. Ang isa, magaling sumalaksak, habang isa naman, long-range bomber. Pero sa larong one-on-one, walang magsiset ng screen para kay Curry. Para sa usapang Curry versus Iverson, kasama natin ang basketball blogger na si Nico Baguio. Nico, welcome back to The Score.
It's always great to be back.
All right, fascinating to think about the toy around. I don't know kung meron na nagawa na to sa 2K at pinaglaban ng dalawa.
Probably meron na.
Meron na by now, but it's nice to talk about it now kasi Iverson is gonna be inducted in the Hall of Fame. And obviously, he's there because of a great career and because of the MVP award. And it's rare to begin with. Point guards get MVP awards. And scoring point guards. Kasi Steve Nash wasn't that big of a scorer yet he won the MVP. Now you have two scoring MVPs and scoring point guards. Steph Curry and Iverson, how would they clash together? First of all, how different are they? Nabanggit ko na konti yung differences in their game, but what more can you add to that?
I think yung biggest difference is yung how they approach scoring.
Okay.
For Allen Iverson, it's more of a... Kaya siya, the one thing that impresses you about Allen Iverson, yung especially during his early years, nung talagang bata pa siya before all the injuries actually caught up to him, is how relentless he was attacking the basket.
Sa liit niyang yun.
Sa liit niyang yun, sa size niya. I think he weighed around 170 pounds.
Okay.
And he was listed as 6 foot.
I don't think he was 6 foot. Probably
yeah,
good 5'10",
people I know na parang nakita nila in person, wasn't actually 6 feet.
Okay.
So yun. Pero if you look at the historical data, he's one of those guys that attempted a lot from within the paint.
Yeah.
And yun yung pinaka-interesting about him is that, and he finishes well for his size. So yun yun. For Stephen Curry, I think yung differences nila is Curry uses his long-range bombing to get him easy shots in the paint.
Correct.
Kay Allen Iverson, walang pakialaman. Basta didribble lang yan sa loob. Pag susugod lang parate. Dun nang gagaling yung differences nila. One guy is just relentless. The other guy uses his very, very unique skill to get to the basket.
So here's where it becomes interesting because our creative producers decided to set the parameters of a one-on-one and we're not comparing who's the better point guard. Hindi yun yung usapan kasi may teammates involved, may team aspects. So there's a lot of different things, intangibles that come into play. Pero if you put them in a one-on-one park ball street game, you know, in Rucker Park or wherever, who would have the upper hand?
A lot of people would actually say, or I think it's easy to understand why Allen Iverson would win. Kasi si Allen Iverson, even before nung nag-NBA siya, kahit nung time na yun, there were already a lot of parang newspaper articles na he was dominating yung mga charity games, exhibition games, one-on-one games, which si Curry, you haven't heard a lot about that. Usually, yung mga narinig mo lang kay Curry, yung mga, oh my God, he hit like a 70-foot attempt without parang heaving it, parang ganun. There is a case na si Allen Iverson will win in a one-on-one just because he has the better handles and he's more creative at finishing at the rim. But I think people are underestimating how good Stephen Curry is as a dribbler. And as a defender.
And a defender,
Kasi one-on-one lang to eh. Yun nga eh. So, ang mas nagmamatter kapag sa one-on-one is not actually how you create offense. It's how you defend.
Correct. Exactly.
If you can defend well, you're going to at least have a chance to win. Kung sa Pilipinas nila nilaro to yung unahan sa 11 yan usually. And
pero ang weird kasi like in the US, their one-on-one rules are different.
Yeah, their one-on-one.
Winners keep the ball. So you score, you keep the ball. And 2 points is 2 points. 1 point is 1 point. So maybe Steph Curry would have an edge there if those were the rules.
Yun nga eh, kaya dun, kapag sa American rules, mas nagmamatter yung defense. Kasi if you can't defend, you're never going to get the ball.
You'll never get the ball.
Exactly. And Coach Nick from B-Ball Breakdown actually created a really, really great video about how Steph Curry is evolved as a defender. And dun mo talaga makikita, Steph Curry is as a defender, underrated siya. Although he's not really like, he doesn't change any yung defense. Kumbaga, he doesn't change offenses like Kawhi or like Gobert. He's not as bad or not as... He's better than Allen Iverson. That's what I'm going to say. And
defensively.
Yeah, in a one-on-one, that's going to matter. So, personally, I'm voting for Steph Curry just because I like his defense more compared to Allen Iverson.
Tsaka, you know, I'll agree with you there. And a lot of people put so much talk about his outside shooting, pero even his finishing inside the paint is a little bit underrated. But the guy can finish. He can do the reverse, he can do the floaters, things like that. Doesn't have the hops of an Iverson.
Yeah, definitely. And it doesn't have yung ability to absorb contact as well as Iverson nung time na yun. Usually si Curry, ang ginagawa niya lang is he evades contact and then he finishes really high. Kaya Iverson talaga yung impressive thing is talagang, he'll go right at your body.
Well, I'm glad you're young enough to know Iverson. Because there are some really young kids out there, Allen Iverson, what?
I remember. Yun nga, nung pinapakita yung video montage kanina, sabi ko, yung Tyronn Lue crossover, it has to be there. It has to be there.
So, put it this way, okay, so we got some time left. If you swap them, would they still be as effective? If Iverson played today, and Curry played during the days of Iverson.
Yung parating sinasabi ng mga tao, it's a lot more physical way back. And obviously, as a kid, I didn't know. It's because yung napapansin ko lang noon, yung mga big stars lang pero if we swap them, if for example Allen Iverson played in today's league and Steph Curry played back then, I don't think they would be as effective as they are today. Kasi si Allen Iverson, yung staple niya outside of attacking the basket is mid-range, and he wasn't particularly good at it. He was, I think, 40%, right around that, which is already good, but it's not efficient as it is for today's game.
Correct.
And kumbaga madali na siyang defend kasi there are a lot of long athletic guys here.
Correct.
For Stephen Curry, sabi nga, ang parating lang sinasabi, although I can't confirm it talaga, is yung hand checking daw makakatulong daw talaga kay Curry. So he won't be able to launch those threes as well kasi may hand check, lalo na kapag off the ball screen. Apparently it helps or parang it pushes him, ganun. So I don't think he'd be as effective, although he'll still be good. I don't think he'll be as great as he is today kasi ngayon bawal talaga hawakan yung mga players when they're off the ball kasi usually foul yun
Correct. Well, we will see. If you guys are bored one day and have nothing else to do, ilaban nyo sila sa 2K, di ba? That's probably the best. We can simulate it. But before I let you go, obviously this guy Curry is off to is about to end a remarkable season. One for the books.
One for the books.
Sabi mo nga kanina yung 50-40-90 club. He's
going to finish, if he finishes 50-40-90, which he probably will. He'll have the highest scoring average among all those kasi he's close to 30 points. Amazing.
By the way, that's 50% field goal shooting, 40% three-point shooting, and 90%
at the line.
Free throw shooting. So amazing stuff. Nico Baguio, maraming salamat. Debate with him on Twitter if you want to discuss more or ask him who this Iverson guy is. This is all that to remember.
Answer.
Nico, salamat. Thank you.
For more sports updates, keep watching The Score and don't forget to subscribe.